We talking about gatekeeping and is Barbarians a cult?
A cult is generally defined as a group of people who share a set of religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs that are outside the mainstream.
Calisthenics exposed.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Be back again behind the bars.
Yes, sir. Cawsome.
Calisthenic exposed. Y'all know what time it is. Yo, so today we dealing with a subject that is very touchy, like all of our subjects. Talk about it, bro.
Indeed. Nah, this one right here gonna ruffle some feathers, but we're here to just speak facts and things that we've observed and just keeping it real, man. Calisthenics exposed, we bring things out of the can to put them back in the can or whatever to show a solution. So with that being said, we talking about gatekeeping and is Barbarians a cult? Because we've definitely seen that, in the comment sections under different videos, numerous videos on YouTube and things like that. So we just gonna get right into the gatekeepers and is the Barbarians a cult?
Okay, so y'all already know Zeph Zachavelli. Shout out to Zeph. Consider him a legend.
Definitely a legend in my book.
For a while. I mean, he did a lot when I say for the bar culture, in certain ways, as far as routines is concerned. Moves, you can kind of say certain moves he has and things like that.
Definitely a lot of routines.
Oh yeah, routines for days. But other than that, I don't see any more, put forth for the culture other than obviously routines, timed routines, certain moves. We can't really say like, because he doesn't really have any community link ups. He doesn't have any workshops or anything, especially over here in the U.S. Have you ever seen a barbarian workshop in the U.S.?
Never.
Everything is mostly overseas. I think that's more so what he caters to. So is the Barbarians a cult? Let's see it. Chat GPT, can you give me the exact definition on what is a cult?
Absolutely. So a cult is generally defined as a group of people who share a set of religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs that are outside the mainstream. Typically, when people use the word cult, they mean a group that has very devoted, sometimes even extreme loyalty to a particular leader, doctrine, or set of teachings. In a more sociological sense, they're usually seen as groups that are kind of on the fringe of society, and they can sometimes be known for having really strong, almost unquestioning adherence to their beliefs. That can lead to some negative connotations, like people feeling that the group is manipulative or that it isolates members from outside influences. But at its core, the definition is really just about a group with beliefs that are a bit outside the norm and a strong, loyal following.
All right, so guys, I'm not gonna say the religious part, but at the end of the day, you can kind of almost add a belief to the Barbarians.
Yeah,
bro.
the philosophical.
Yeah,
part. Yeah,
Yo, bro.
that word.
Yo, bro. Shout
Philosophical.
out to Zeph, but bro, the core teachings of the Barbarians, right? Whatever it may be, I've noticed from being around numerous Barbarians, whether it be Snoop, whether it be Zeph himself. And when I say being around, like I was mostly around like Snoop, being able to talk to him, but I've been around Zeph. I've been around other Barbarians like Mano before he became a Barbarian, when he was still in his training, meaning him and Shaka, we was in the park with the old head. I forgot the old head name, but I think his team was the name Gladiators. But a lot of people are not necessarily Barbarians because,
got to go through a certain set of steps and requirements.
Yeah. And then other people become a going Barbarian by performing a different type of routine. But then you have some people that are just like flunkies, bro. And we're going to keep it 1,000. They not Barbarian. They might not be trying to be Barbarian, but they still
have the Barbarian kind of like mindset or,
and they're around them, mean flunkies, people that's going to rock out with their sock out. Um, Zeph is him, and that's what it is. Whatever Zeph says is correct, and whatever you go against him with, you're the worst person on earth. Now, how did this happen? Like, how do you attract people that have that mindset in which everything you do is praised?
Yeah, it's I
Like,
don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I kind of try to stay away from those kind of things.
exactly. And this is no shade, bro. This is 1000%, bro. We watched the video and we can pull it up on YouTube. A dude kissed Zeph's hand. Am I lying?
Nah, nah, not
And
at
where
all.
was this? This was overseas. And I'm not saying like if you realize like people overseas, they're a lot more
The culture is different. You might find two guys,
holding hands.
holding hands, or
So
their arms and things
so
like
we
that.
get it. But me as a man, I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I'm at. A dude, we kiss women on the hands. Like, bro,
Yeah,
like you there. That's not happening. But at the end of the day, it spoke about the core beliefs in ostracizing. Like, so if somebody does something incorrect or wrong, they are ostracized. I've witnessed that.
yeah, and alienate them from the inside community. You know what I mean, amongst themselves.
Yes, and if you want to be technical, Doc is not barbarian, but he falls along that same ideology,
Right.
right? And if you don't know, one time him and Zeph went head to head and he was ostracized. You know, when listen up, guys, we're talking about pull up, push ups, dips, and squats. And I'm not the only person to kind of see this. There's countless videos on YouTube, and you go to the comments, and what the comments are saying.
Oh man, this is a cult, and they just follow this guy, and all, or it's like really like serious. Like it's many videos on YouTube for years now, and you'll find these in the comment section, and it's always raised the question like,
What is
why is this? Like why in these different videos in different countries and different places are people saying that the barbarians are a cult?
So, and if you realize, like a lot of people overseas, they like praise Zeph, but it begins to be on another level as if he has left the the earth of being a human. Like he's a little bit above that. For example, Sergio. Shout out to Sergio, one of the legends in my book, especially as far as reps and the accomplishments that he made. I love Sergio. We used to talk on Messenger. But Sergio had several posts when Zeph finally made it to Italy and went to his house. And if you read the post, he was calling him master.
Yeah, and like not only master, but talking about his dreams and
And
crying and
and granted, in Chinese culture, because I'm
right.
Chinese culture master, sensei, yeah. But us in NYC on New York time, USA,
Yeah, a black man in America, African
bro,
American, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not gonna allow nobody, bro, erase calling me master.
Right,
I believe in Allah. Allah is my master. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, at the end of the day, and we get it because some of the companions and Sayyidina Muhammad, and they call them the Prophet Muhammad,
right.
master. But we talking about a prophet
Yeah,
that got revelation, that you seen the signs, not a regular dude,
who
and
did pull ups, push ups, and
we're not
dips.
on Chinese culture, so I'm not really jacking it. However, he had a post, and it was talking about how
Multiple posts.
he was dreaming and that his dreams had came true. That Zeph was at his house and he did his first 50 pull-ups with Zeph, and it was just like a little bit like overboard, and you start to see a lot of this with a lot of his followers. With the ones in the US, you're not gonna find too much of them praising him to that level, but you're gonna see like for example, Zeph had did a video, and the video he did was, I think he was doing a dead arm hang for 30 seconds, then another dead arm hang for 30 seconds, then 30 pull-ups. So what I did was I did the same routine, but it was so light. I did 5 muscle-ups after. And it wasn't like to come at Zeph, it was just like, yo, that was a dope routine. So what he did was he redid his video and said, yo, because I think he wasn't able to do no muscle-ups after, or something happened.
Yeah.
He did his video again and he sent the shot. Yo, I had to this set, I had to rip it right, or some foolishness to obviously mean rip right. That's what Zeph does. He's never gonna mention your name. He's gonna throw a subliminal shot. Shout out to Zeph. Nobody cares, bro. You're 47, still working out in the parks. It's like, bro, that's fine, but to be, coming at the new school or the middle school, or not collaborating or not showing up to anybody's events.
Yeah, trying to like push the community.
You're not. That is my issue with Zeph. Like whatever else you got going on, bro, nobody cares. My issue is if you're such this head figure when it comes to calisthenics and a legend wise, then why you're not helping push the culture unless it has to do with what you got going on or any of your peoples. So he redid the video. He failed to do a muscle up. So I did the video again and added what he added and did more muscle ups and then flipped to the next side, did muscle ups and then went to the next side. Yo, bro, dudes literally in the comments, what did Brooklyn say?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of
you can never outshine
the master or something like that.
Bro.
It was kind of like wild, and to the point where I think he might have blocked me, and he was all kind of like wild stuff.
Bro, Brooklyn is not even barbarian.
It's crazy.
So it does just kind of like show you exactly what's going on. So when people really ask me, I'd be like, yeah, I think barbarian is more so a cult, and it's real cultish, and and I'm not gonna say it's a fact. That's just my opinion, according to what ChatGPT said. Team Ripright, Team Empire, bartenders, wing. I haven't seen no team that's rocking the way they're rocking, and that's why I mentioned in the other episode that Zeph and them was in their own lane. If you're not rocking with them, you don't kiss the ring. That's it. Then you have the people that
literally kissing the ring too.
People that really rock with them, but they're not barbarians, but they, they'll show them love. So if you look, you got Team Limitless. Shout out to Team Limitless, some official athletes. They came to my event. They rocked out, but unfortunately, Dog and Jordan, they were kipping on their muscle ups, so they lost a lot of time and they didn't make it to the finals. Bro, they yo, bro.
Say it.
Yo.
Gotta be exposed.
So for them even coming to my event,
it was like, wow, like unbelievable.
You know what I mean? And I was excited. I'm like,
by the way, this is not the first event. They actually showed up to an event a little before that, right before the 8 cities.
And why it's so shocking is because a former barbarian was blackballed for agreeing to come to my event. So it just shows you he was ostracized because he came to my event. But now this year we got not quote unquote barbarians, but they rock coming to my event.
Barbarian family, they fall under that umbrella.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you see the only event that Zeph has been to outside of the UFX was the Limitless event.
Exactly.
Anything that they had at their gym, because they supporting the Barbarians, they're pushing the Barbarians. So that is my thing. If we're in this bubble, we're like what are those guys that don't use electricity? They out on the farms. Y'all know
I know what you're talking about.
Y'all know them. They in a specific bubble group cult.
Yeah, like off the grid kind of.
That's the Barbarians, bro. Whether it be Maine or whether it be what's his name that just beat Baki in a battle?
Taj.
Bro, all shame. I throw Doc in that. you're not gonna really find them at anybody else's event unless it is attached to the Barbarians, and that is a problem with the culture. So they have segregated themselves and became in their own bubble.
Yeah, they it's like quote unquote gatekeepers, basically trying to be gatekeepers.
And the thing is, bro, the top dude in on your team has 45,000 followers.
Yeah,
What are you gatekeeping? If Zeph right now, may Allah protect his situation, right? Passes away. I'm not wishing death on him. Who who in New York, who's in Brooklyn that you can say
yeah.
is
You haven't uplifted anyone to like be who's gonna be that number two or that person. That's what you're getting at, right?
basically
Right.
there's nobody that you got at the forefront showing grooming that you know for sure that if today you get disabled, you can't work out, you can't do videos, that's gonna push the legacy. And the problem really too also lies. I can't say he's not looking because I'm 40 and I've been looking. It's not easy to find that number two that's gonna be able to do exactly what you're doing
How you do it? Yeah.
and probably do it better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might say, well, what about Qasim? Qasim, bro, we join at the hip. We get everything that we do. He can't take over.
Right.
Yeah, cause we gotta go take over.
Yeah.
Like some other stuff that's going on. So we need somebody else that's gonna actually take over the situation that we're doing now. Not saying that it's a small situation. No, it's serious. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars getting pushed through Rip Right LLC. We're talking about over a million last year and over a million the year before that. So it's not like small bucks. But the thing is, every new athlete. Look at CX Black Cat. We did a collab. Mr. Watch Me Work up and coming. We did a collab. Bro, I don't have no issue with the new school and I don't have no issue with the up and coming, bro. I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy that y'all lit, but I hope y'all do something with it. And I don't have a problem with putting them on my platform or celebrating them and then never seeing them again and they blowing up off my platform or whatever have you. Like people using me. As long as it's for calisthenics, I'm all for it. But when you gatekeeping,
Yeah.
bro, who you see go through that platform?
Yeah. That's like community. Like the community can't grow that way. I mean, like
Who you pushing? Who are you showing that's gonna be the next up and coming? And why we don't this elite style training that you have, all this knowledge, we're not getting it nowhere when it comes to the USA.
none.
We have to pay for it, right? We got to go on your PayPal, or we gotta, and that's definitely also understandable. But community base wise, just a regular link up, a barbarian day, a celebration, get everybody together. Let's get a workout in. Let me meet the new school. You know,
Even
with
if you pull up and judge, you know what I mean, one of the competitions, you know what I mean, host, just show up, pop out. You know what I mean? I think he's selling dip bars
yeah,
now. So I mean, yo, we could have used your dip bars. You know what I mean? You could have got a sponsorship, whatever. We could have shouted you out for people to buy your dip bars, whatever. But the gatekeeping is like you said. What are you gatekeeping? Like I don't really get it.
bro, this is a young man's game. I don't care about you doing 100,000 reps in your 50s. It does not matter. Bro, you're not going to grow the sport. And now, even the gatekeeping aspect on your team, how many people have you put in a position? I'm not talking about hey, he could do 100 dips now.
Right.
He can do 15 muscle up straight. How many people that's right now on your team that you put in a position to make money? Let me know.
Right.
If there is, it might be something going on behind the scenes, but we don't tell me about UFX. We got the athletes, and then we got the athletes paid, and then no. Who you put in a position from what you got going on? UFX is not y'all.
Exactly.
That's some outside group that came in, and then y'all happen to be the faces of it. But y'all not running UFX. If y'all was, then it wouldn't be dead right now. It would be still up and coming and growing. And the thing is, I've been to many bar clubs. I've been to bar brawls. I've been to pull-up park.
When's the
events.
last time it was a bar brawl?
Bro, I've been to every UFX probably that ever been happening. We gonna come through and support
Every state.
Every calisthenic event. And I was paying for my own hotel, for my own flight.
Right.
Yeah. Even when I was judging and Doc said, you know what? I'm gonna pay you for being a ref. And I was like, bro, I'm good. Like I ain't, and he still paid me, which is cool. But I'm not tripping off of that. But understand that the only way the sport is gonna grow is if you leave that cult mentality, bro. You know what I'm saying? You stuck in this box and it's not helping us.
You can't even work out with these group of people because nah, you can't work out with them. You gotta only work out with us.
And that was a big deal, and we can get into it for so many reasons.
The Ripstick is a powerful little tool that fits right in your pocket. You can use it anywhere, home, gym, or even on the go. It's designed to target your smaller, stabilizing muscles that calisthenics and weightlifting usually miss. Great for shoulder rehab, injury prevention, and full upper body activation. It's super convenient, affordable, and also hits your abs hard. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, the Ripstick takes your training to the next level.
The sport is not going to grow if Doc stays in Wingate and he doesn't come to sell it on the bars. The sport is not going to grow if Zeph stays in the Wingate and he doesn't pull up to the calisthenic NYC versus DNV.
Yeah, or the motivational Mondays, or whatever. All of these calisthenic events that's out here.
It's not gonna grow. We all gotta forget the issues you having with particular people and show up for the sport and leave that cultish mentality.
Community.
Right? They keep saying community over competition. No, community and competition. You need both. That's how the sport is going to grow. And that is the issue. And in my opinion, Barbarians is a cult. If anybody asks me, yo, should I become a barb? No. No. No, you shouldn't. Because if you do, it's going to restrict you from the people you can work out, from the events you can go to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to be stuck under a dude. He's the only one in the camp making any type of bread. How much money you made last year?
I don't know. I don't know. But just say this. More followers.
A thousand a week times 52.
More dollars than followers. Okay.
But that's the point. The point is you're trying to put people in a position to obviously not just work out and train, but to also make money. So if you're making money off of calisthenics, I'm not saying that everybody on Team Rip Right is making money off of calisthenics, but I put multiple people on Team Rip Right in a position to make money. Whether they took the opportunity or not, that's on them. That's on them. And we can go down the list. And as I said in the last podcast, we're talking about buying teammates, LLCs, 50, 60 t-shirts, handing it to them. This is a startup.
Yeah, and they didn't follow through.
Bro, got lit on the gram, got lit on YouTube, ended up with a 1 million view video before me.
Yeah, and didn't follow through.
Got $3,000-$4,000 off of a YouTube check and then just stopped. I put many of people, and we can go and name names, but that's irrelevant. But the point is, you're supposed to be getting people stronger and getting people, obviously, finances together if you can, if you put them in the opportunity. And I'm not saying everybody's going to take the opportunity or everybody's going to do the right thing, because they haven't. Mel did the right thing, and he was making a K.
How many countries we done been to?
It's countless. Dubai, Egypt, Netherlands, France, Germany, Grenada. The list that we could just keep going on. Saudi Arabia. We've been to Saudi and Dubai and Egypt
multiple times. UK.
UK multiple times, and
How many times we travel to different states and
bro, we just did 8K, eight,
8 cities, 8 weeks.
bro, it's endless, and this is not to brag or to the boast. This is to say, bro, we're doing something right because we're able to do it, and we supporting the calisthenic community as a whole. But yet, still, people like Zeph are going online sending shots. You're 47 years old, dude. Just say my name, say what issues you have, and let's hash it out. If not, man, be quiet, bro. You're not a gangster, right? You never been in that life. Number two, when Giant was coming for you, you didn't want no smoke. And the real issue that why y'all still have an issue is because you did not pick up your phone. So, so the thing is, people like Zeph are one of the biggest issues of why the calisthenic culture won't grow, because he has a decent size of people that follow him.
They have the same mentality.
So now you just, the already small calisthenic community is now even smaller because they're not rocking with these dudes over here, because you're not rocking with those dudes over there. And then all of those dudes right now that watch this podcast, and they're gonna say, how is he talking about our master like that?
Yeah, and we mentioned community, and we mentioned a little bit of competition as well. Healthy competition, of course. So we just already covered the community aspect as far as that not being there. But then competition wise, you ever seen Zeph in a battle?
No, never. And everybody keeps saying, no, he had his battle. He never had no battle. He didn't have a battle. And that's my thing. Like, he speaks about battle, he speaks about training, which is fine. I mean, there's a bunch of dudes that box all the time and shadow boxing, but
it's a different sport when you get in the ring.
Once you get punched in the mouth, and I don't put it past him. I think he'd destroy a lot of these athletes. It's possible, but we haven't really seen you in a battle. So other than like
pound for pound, no, I'm always gonna keep it 1,000. They have the strongest team of calisthenic athletes in the world, not just in the state or this country, in the world.
And you know what Zeph said? He said he's gonna train some athletes to battle overseas. Bro, what happened to the US?
They just gave up on it. Like,
you're gonna train some athlete. And then number two, I spoke to Doc, right? No, I reached out to Doc. I reached out to Zeph through B-Rock, and I asked him to be a part of the 10K 8 city, be a part of this, do this, do this. You know what it was? Zeph said he had some issues going on in his time. He didn't have any time. Bro, do you know the man clipped my whole video from my battle
and put it on his Patreon?
And put it on his Patreon and monetized it and got people paying to watch my battle so he can be the calisthenic overseer. Bro, you just told me you didn't have no time to participate and be a part of Sell It on the Bars, but you have time to clip a 20-minute video
and monetize off it.
Monetize off of it, and then explain to people the difference between muscle ups in the video. Bro, this is like, it's not even funny. But you know what? People think that these things are not going to be spoke about because nobody has spoken about it. But behind the bars, calisthenic exposed, bro. Y'all dudes is gonna stop and not get away with what y'all been getting away with, and being humble on camera, but really not being humble. We're gonna kind of like expose all of it, and we don't really like care. Shittum am abaytum, radiyah man radiyah, sakata man sakat. Accept it or reject it. Like it who like it, don't like it who don't like it. And as I said, we can always come to the table and hash out our differences. We can do it battle-wise, we can do it speaking-wise, and we can come together as a community and make some money. But if you don't like me, that's fine.
It's a message to the youth, too. Don't follow in the footsteps of these older people who are not necessarily pushing the community.
Bro, don't do it. So if Extra Money is beefing with Healthy is Handsome, and Healthy is Handsome is beefing with me, and I'm beefing with Abu, bro, it is not gonna work like that.
It's not that serious.
Bro, you gotta see a dude, not like him, but be able to still do business. Still do business.
Yeah, and don't stop somebody else from being able to, for example, feed their family potentially or whatever, or this opportunity simply because you have some, childish
Bro,
differences with somebody.
you know how many people that's on my page right now that y'all been seeing over the years and we just we don't get along. But they've learned that, yo,
Just
you,
makes sense. We gonna do business. Clearly, he not holding no grudges, so it's gonna benefit me, and it's mutual. So let's just make it happen.
bro, I'm not with the gatekeeping, bro. It's a young man's game. They gotta step up. Act Six Black Hat. Six Black Hat was supposed to be what?
Yeah, he was supposed to be down with the team. He's supposed to be rip right.
Not just that. He was supposed to be my successor.
Yeah, he was supposed to run things in NYC, but
Ask him. We had this conversation. And I'm not disputing it. I seen something in the young boy, no freaky, and I presented it. But you know what? You can't always present stuff like that because you obviously has to see who really wants it, who's ready for it, and whatnot. And at this time, I think I had gave him 10 ripsticks, and he went off. He did his thing, sold his ripsticks, and we were just trying to get into the flow. But obviously, he wasn't fully focused. But you seen, he like, yo, I got to get a job. I'm not making no money. I know the likes and views is not gonna pay you as you think they should. Most of these platforms is not paying on just the views alone. Anyway, you have to be selling a product. But back to the issue at hand, bro. Do some collabs with the young boys. Um, that era of I don't really want to get with, that era's out, bro. That era's over, Zeph. And I'm talking to you particularly, Mano, all you dudes. Y'all gotta stop being yes men.
I ain't see no teenagers, no 20-year-olds, or none of that working
All
out
it,
with none of them.
bro, y'all old heads, bro. Y'all 40s and older 30s. Bro, I
Yeah.
got Qasim, Son, Yasir, Ski, multiple young boys that's still in their 20s, bro. That somebody is gonna have to be the successor. Somebody's gonna have to show that they want it, and somebody is gonna get handed the torch. Bro, I don't want to be doing this. I want to hand the torch, but if nobody is stepping up, I get it, Zeph. But there was multiple people that's eligible, bro. But you focusing on reps
Yeah,
and
me.
and who's loyal and who's not loyal. Bro, this is not a game. This is not a cult. This is calisthenics. And if you want the culture to grow, you can make all of these subliminal diss tracks and videos. Bro, you're not making no real money doing that. And you're not making no real sense. And you're not helping the culture. And bro, we reached out multiple times. So don't act like, yo, why they bringing it to the internet?
Yeah, some people's gonna watch this video for sure, 1,000%, and be like, "Yo, I can't believe he's mentioning his name.
Oh,
I can't believe he's mentioning this."
because he mentioned my name without mentioning it plenty of times. Go look at multiple videos. All of those be shots at us. And bro, I don't even be following it. But you know what? Other people kind of send it to me like, yo, he's sending a shot.
I read between the lines. It's not,
Yo, he's sending a shot. Yo, he's sending a shot at you. And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't even follow son. Like we've been kind of like, yeah, so it is what it is. But bro, is the Barbarians a cult? Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, according to what Chat GPT said, is it a religious cult? No, it's a calisthenic cult. Do they have religious belief? Perhaps. We don't know.
what's the inner workings of the
Yeah,
Barbarians in that aspect.
yeah. Because I had one dude that was calling him dad.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, and when you start having that kind of mentality, and you 40, and this dude is 7 years older, and you calling him dad, it's like a big issue.
Yeah, you 40, he
It's
47.
a
You
cult
calling him
mentality.
dad?
Yeah, it's definitely a cult mentality when you start doing that, bro. I came out of one dude's nuts. And my pops, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun, he's dead, bro. He's dead. He's dead. Like, so we gotta start waking up, bro. If you want to make some money or you want to talk about, "Yeah, I don't like the rips. I don't like what they doing. Yo, clean." But everybody's doing a clean muscle up now, right? Yeah, okay, Zeph, you've been doing clean muscle ups for years. But have you pushed outwardly to make the calisthenic community aware of doing clean reps? No, you haven't. We started it. Right? We talked to Snoop. We was like, yo, this is what Snoop like, yeah, the strict form is being an issue. Okay, if the strict form is being an issue, let's do this. And now everybody is talking about clean muscle ups. And the first thing you do is make a video with clean muscle ups and send a shot at us. This is like childish. So like guys that's around Zeph, don't be yes men. You need people around you. When I'm wrong, you know what Carson say? Yo, you bugging out.
All the time, and he do the same thing with me, yo.
And that's the reality of the fact, bro. And gatekeeping ain't gonna help you. Zeph, you're gonna turn 50, you're gonna turn 60. Barbarian culture will die with you, brother. If you really want to be a legend, if you really want to be remembered, if you really want the Barbarians to live on,
have a legacy,
bro, you gotta hand over the torch. You gotta hand over the torch and rock with the next person that has that.
Yeah, we're not talking about us.
Oh,
we're just talking about anybody in the community. Just be for the community.
Yeah, and that's just what it is. That's my advice to Zeph and the Barbarians and anybody. I don't really care whether you like it or not. If you can debunk what I've said in this video, anything to prove me wrong, come on. I'll fly you out and you can come sit on the couch.
Right on the couch and get to it.
And
break it down.
And we can talk about why you feel like the Barbarians is not a cult. And I'll just listen and then we'll put the video out. So if it's you, Zeph, you want to come sit on the couch. If Doc want to come sit on the couch. If Taj, I challenge you. Come sit on the couch.
Tell the story.
Let's hear about it. Y'all already know what time it is. Stay tuned, y'all.
Stay ripped.
6-pack.
Big back.
Big facts.
Calisthenics exposed behind the bars. Let's go.
All right, you got your point. It's a good pump. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely got a bicep pump. For sure.
That's solid. It's a vibe. I rock with it. I like it. It's good. Oh, 10. It's a vibe.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
You do like 4 or 5 of these, you on fire.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of these is good. It's a good focus on the rear delts, triceps, and the chest.
Yeah, bro. Love that. Yo, I'm feeling that in my shoulders, some extra bands, my lats, my triceps, obliques, everywhere, bro. I love that. I love it. Especially to easily hit the rear delts, medial delts, all at the same time.